All right, welcome back to another episode of Are You Not Entertained? This is episode 28. We are finally back to full strength. We have Infamous this week. We have myself back to regular scheduled program, people. But let's get straight into it. It's a lot of chaos in gaming as always this week, and we're here to report on all the juicy topics. First up, let's be real for a second. When did gaming get this expensive? We're talking about $70 to $80 games, 1,000 plus consoles, 1,000 plus handheld PCs, subscriptions on top of that, and that's before you even buy extra controllers, DLC, and everything else that you envision for your console or gaming equipment. It used to feel like gaming was for everyone. Now it's starting to feel like you need a serious budget just to keep up. And the crazy part is prices keep going up. But are we actually getting better experiences? Is gaming becoming a luxury hobby? And who can actually afford to stay in it? All right, so before we go back and forth, let me just give you the current prices of certain gaming equipment. First up, Xbox Series X 2 terabyte disc version, $799. Xbox Series X 1 terabyte, the digital version, I didn't even know they had this, is $599. And of course, the Xbox Series S, I don't know why anybody would buy this, 1 terabyte, $450. Next up, PlayStation 5 Pro 2 terabyte just went up to $900 before tax. PlayStation 5 1 terabyte disc version of the base model is $650. PlayStation 5 digital version is $600. Now let's get in some of these PC handhelds, because for the people that's buying this, y'all must make some money. First up, Steam Deck 1 terabyte, $650, but that is currently sold out. And when it comes back in stock, there's a lot of speculation that will get bumped. Nate Rog, Xbox Ally X 24 gigabyte RAM with 1 terabyte is $1,000. MSI Claw 8 AI Plus is $1,200. Legion Go 2 32 gigabyte of RAM and 1 terabyte is $2,000. Who is you got it to blow? Baby on me, make it rain on these equipments. But yeah, 2,000 for a handheld, even though it is PC handheld, but Jesus Christ. And Nintendo, still over $500, for the Switch 2 and whatever. You can get cheaper versions of the Switch 1. Blah, blah, blah. We don't need to go through it. When you look at those prices in 2026, gas is over $4 now, people. Let's be serious. Yeah, if you're just not buying some of this, especially the PlayStation 5 Pro, baby, it's just out of hand with pricing of this equipment. I just don't understand how children, like people with parents that are very dependent, and especially if you have multiple children in your household, or I don't know, you got one in college, one mid-teens, and they're asking for a PS5 Pro, they answer, my guy, is no. I'm not, as a parent, spending $1,000, and that's before you buy some games. Then you need a membership subscription. Then you want a controller, you want a headset, my guy. It's a no. It's a hell no. And you can say, and I completely understand that, the price is reflective of what market value is today of 2026. We can't compare what it was, especially when these consoles first launched, for $550, $500. You're spending $1,000 on a PlayStation 5 Pro in 2026. And that is not no guarantee. There is no guarantee that the price won't continue to increase as we move forward. People are still blaming tariffs. Tariffs has been part of life for 2 years now. So let's stop with the bullshit. Just say what it is. You want bigger margins for the same amount of work. So yeah, I think the casual gamer, the individuals that really drive, sales, is the casual gamer. Hardcore game is gonna pay whatever the price is of entry to the club. Call it being a bean. The hardcores, the dedicated fans, the fanatics of, it don't matter if it's the Xbox, PlayStation, Switch 2. If you're dedicated to that, system maker, you gonna pay whatever it is. At the end of the day, you'll sell your left arm to get what you want at the end of the day. But for the casual people, for the casual child, for the casual parent trying to afford these things, they are really getting priced out. I don't think we're done with price increases for the PlayStation. I'm really shocked that the Xbox is so affordable in comparison. I mean, you know what? No, I'm not, because we all know kind of situation Xbox is in compared to the PlayStation. But it's really unfortunate. It's really grimy, especially with PlayStation. Like, this is a second increase. No guarantee that there won't be a third or a fourth. And then they want to talk about the next gen consoles all the fucking time. Like, I'm really appalled in the pricing of gaming equipment in 2026. And I just don't see the casual in the single moms, the single parents, even two income parent households are struggling to buy groceries and fill they tank up with $4 gas. It's just, and then the first thing you start doing when you're looking at expenses is cutting luxuries. Gaming right now is a very expensive luxury to have as a hobby. Games are $70 to $80, and people want to make this bullshit ass thing like, oh, GTA can be $100 game. If you don't go, get out of here with that. I let Infamous go. That's kind of my feelings on it. It's just getting out of hand, and there's no guarantee that this is where the dust settles. There could be another increase tomorrow. It's no guarantee that these are locks. So it's wild, but I let Infamous go.
I gotta say, this is bullshit. Gaming, entertainment in itself is becoming outrageous. We're going to put it like that. I'm going to try to keep it clean, but give you the honest truth. $800 is absurd. Now, I know there'll be some defenders, the fanboys, the fanatics. Well, COVID and tariffs and the Rampocalypse. My guy. These are billion-dollar corporations, and it is absurd that they feel it's comfortable to put these prices in line with whatever the hell thought process they have and believe that, hey, we're going to make more money because they'll buy it. And the truth of the matter is, that's not going to happen. And as my cousin said, they are pushing the casual market. The casual market is where the money comes from. Hardcore, yes, they will pay the premium to show up. They will pay the cost to play with the boss. But compared to the casuals, we are the minority, the hardcore audience. And I'm going to say we because that's what me and Trace are. That's what you guys are. We are the hardcore. Just like as she did with the cost comparison of console to PC. PC, real hardcore PC people, they're going to spend that money. They're going to have their little studio apartment and their $7,000 rig that can play Skyrim in the utmost best mods possible and have Minecraft playing in 12K. I'm like, yo, that didn't come out yet. My hardware can handle it. They're going to pay that cost, but these price increases are ridiculous for no reason. And a little quick sidebar, me and my cousin, we had a talk off camera and we looked up, and these systems are not a detriment, the tariffs, as people will think. We won't get deep into it, but they're not. It was just, hey, we could just make more money. Hey, let's just make more money. And it's ridiculous. And I don't know where. I'll start with Sony. If they really believe someone is showing up with $900 for a Pro or $650 for the base model, and I'm going to say base, not launch, but base model, 6 years in, you really think someone's going, and then they have the audacity to say, hey, PS6 next gen. Who buying it? Because I'm going to tell you a quick story. None of these platforms can sustain themselves on just the hardcore. You doubt Infamous? Infamous don't know what he's talking about. Let me tell you a story of a little company called Nintendo. A little company called Nintendo thought, they could do whatever the fuck they want and people are going to show up and buy it. They made a thing called the Wii U. And guess what? Only the hardcore bought it. And guess what the Wii U is considered? It's considered a flop. It's considered a failure because it had 13 points and change million show up. That's the hardcore. The Wii is over 100 million plus. That's the hardcore and the casual. You talk about gas. You talk about, hey, I ain't gonna lie. Fuck gas. You talk about groceries. Baby, that's 70, in some case, $80 game. The notion of GTA 6 being $100. You think people got the money to shell out for that when they need to feed their family, feed themselves? This ain't the 90s or the early 2000s where $20 can stretch you a week or so. No. You could barely get 2 ingredients for a meal for $20. So it's getting real out of hand. It's gonna burst on AI. This over greed. It's gonna hit a wall, and they're gonna really, really have to reset and think. Now, there are some people talking, oh, next gen won't be expensive, etc. I don't know where you get that mindset, because if you don't have the RAM and the chips and the GPU, the current shit, how you got it for the next shit? That math don't math. And I love to be the optimist. You guys know me. I love to be like, oh, it'll figure itself out. Life finds a way. working. But let's be honest, my cousin is saying, hey, and she said this. It's crazy. It just hit me. She said this months ago. These companies know something we don't, and dark, fucked up times are coming. I would have never imagined in a million years in my lifetime, a console generation, they keep going up, not down. But I'll tell you one thing. Let's see what the holiday looks like this year. Let's see if GTA 6 is the true console seller that they believe it'll be. Microsoft, and I'm gonna say Microsoft as well, including PlayStation, are truly banking on GTA 6 driving consoles and them driving money because each platform holder is gonna take their 30% cut on the sales of GTA. PlayStation is betting that, hey, you want to play GTA 6 in the sexiest mode, you're gonna buy that Pro. They cause that scare, that panic scare with, hey, we're gonna raise the prices. I promise you that was a tactic to get more systems off the shelf. They'll never admit it, and as we get closer to PS6, they'll probably phase out the Pro. Like, hey, we got them off the shelf. They're not hanging around bargain bin like the PS4 Pro was. Even Xbox. You want GTA 6 to look sexy as possible, you better not have that Xbox Series S. We'll see how that plans out because it's getting dark and it's getting bad. So hold on to what you got. And for Christ's sakes, if you got a little extra change in your pocket, look into retro, whatever you can to get the more bang out of your buck.
Yeah, but let me ask you a quick question before we move on, because I think I said this in a video from last week when I was by myself. I feel like these increases, but you make a good point. I think that was a scare tactic. Do you think that they are preconditioning the gaming community for these next generation consoles to be over $1,000? Because let's just say that there's no more increase. Oh, $1,000 for a PS5 Pro. You know, people get accustomed to that. You know, start associating like that's a normal fucking price. Then the six come out, $1,200. Like, I feel like they are preconditioning us for the next generation. I mean, Xbox already said it's 1,000 plus. It's premium, and I gotta think PlayStation is not gonna be too far off. Maybe a couple $100 difference. And I saw a little thing on Twitter saying they'll the next generation they're gonna have like a PS6S version, of budget friendly version. And I was like, damn, but isn't that gonna be the same issue that we had with the Series X and the Series S? And developers are gonna hate fucking making products for both of these consoles. So do you think they're conditioning us well in advance before the next generation pricing comes to fruition?
So I believe it's not as cut and dry as the answer I would want to give or try to imagine.
Mm-hmm.
On one hand, you can see, yeah, that could be highly possible and true. And the only reason I want to say that is probably more on Microsoft end. Microsoft is kind of, the ship has sailed. They have completely changed their trajectory and strategy on how they choose to do business. They are comfortable with, hey, we're gonna make a premium product for our hardcore. They're gonna show up and they're cool with that. They have made the decision that we are all in on PC and we are all in on PlayStation. We are everywhere to extract as much money across the board. Their parent company allows them to do such a thing. Like a hardcore Xbox audience will show up for that premium system. Sony, on the other hand,
Yeah, they live
I
by
would
different
think
rules.
I would think Sony would really need to think twice. We're kind of seeing a lot of arrogant Sony happening and kind of coming back this generation. And the only reason I'm modifying my answer for Sony is because both companies have skated on, oh, you know, the harsh economic environments, etc. Whatever, by the time the new system come out, that excuse will be played the fuck out. You cannot do that anymore. You cannot say that as your go-to for why you wish to charge, etc. And Sony's end, I just want to say, I'm not trying to make this long. They see the scenario and then just riding the wave. Let's just do what we can while we can, as far as pricing and everything goes. We're trying to move as much product into the consumer's hand to make what they can, because they probably know the PS6 will probably be a slow burn.
Mm-hmm.
As the PS5 was. Now, the PS5 was a slow burn due to,
Yeah.
the PS6 will not have that problem. The
Yeah, it was
PS6 will
out of
be coming
stock.
off of a wholly, totally different beast. But this is my opinion, and it's backed by facts. So I want to hear, oh my God, he's sticking up for those companies. Just hear me out. The Xbox Series S is the most popular and most selling version of the current Xbox.
Oh, I
You
didn't
can
know
look
that.
this up. Yeah, you can look this up. The Series X, the $500 version before prices went up, that was not the seller. The S was the seller. Microsoft was smart, thinking like, hey, a budget console. The one side. On the dev side, a lot of these games have suffered because they have to for the lowest common denominator, which is the S. And developers have expressed how they do not like developing for it. It is inferior technology. You even had some people say the Xbox One X is superior tech to the Series S. I'm not big on tech and engineering like that. You'd have to look up the videos on that and do the comparison yourself. So, like I said, I'm giving that quick disclaimer. That is why I believe PlayStation has put so much money into the PSSR technology and boosting PlayStation itself so that when certain games come out, and let's say they have a year exclusive or whatever, PlayStation sends their techs, their engineers to the studio to be like, hey, this needs to run like this on PlayStation. Wherever else it's going to go, we don't care. But the PlayStation version needs to run like this. I don't see them fucking up their potential with a lower common denominator system. Even though it's worked for Microsoft, but Sony should know. Microsoft you cannot do. You do not have big dick money. You have average dick money. Microsoft can fuck off all with the next console design and be like, hey, we still have billions coming in everywhere else. But that PS6S?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say it's not possible, but that would mean they would have 3 consoles across the board: a base 6, a minor 6, and then that handheld 6 that they talked about.
Yeah.
That and all 3 are supposed to be backwards compatible to play PS4, 5, and 6 games natively. It is harsh out here. As much as we're talking about this, you and I, it could be the circumstances on a corporate side could be just as dire, and we just don't know it. I'm not giving them that leeway. I'm not.
No.
Because as we all say, hey, fuck these corporations. They make more money than we would see in 100 lifetimes. Still over and over. So
the PlayStation
but
5
go
cleared
ahead.
90 million sold. So let's
Oh yeah, I
come
do
come
believe
on.
PS5 will cross the 100 million console seller mark. I do believe that. But to bring it back in to answer your question, are they grooming audiences to prepare themselves like, hey, this is just going to be the new norm? To some extent, on Xbox side, yes, they're hardcore. For PlayStation, I think they're just taking advantage of the current situation to get more money up. And the reason why I say that is because as much as Microsoft has pivoted and changed course and whatnot, they are making money. PlayStation, on the other hand, they've had a lot of fuck ups that has cost them a lot of money. This live service endeavor, this Bungie purchase, closing the studios. They're trying to recoup as much money as they can possibly for whatever this coming storm that's going to get worse or level out.
I
Do
mean,
with
but
that what you will.
if they're charging $900 for a Pro, do you really think the PS6 is gonna come under $900?
So you would think not, because the PS4 Pro was $400. The new system came out, the 5, and it was $500. So you would think math and logic, the next system was gonna cost more. A PS6 comes out at, I would say it'd probably be $800.
So
You make
$100 cheaper than
you
a
make it,
Pro.
oh yeah, $100 cheap. So the Pro came out at 7. So if you're gonna do the same math as 4 to 5, 5 to 6, $100 more at the baseline. If that's how if everything works out. On that note, I have seen articles, I have seen videos of leakers, insiders that supposedly, and I don't know how this is possible because it don't make sense when you break the math down. That's why I say PlayStation is just riding this wave, making as much as they can. There are people that are saying Sony has something up their sleeve to make their new console. It won't be as astronomically high as this. It is due to launch at a $600 to $700, and that the handheld would be somewhere along 4 or 5.
Well, if that's
So
true, I think it will fly off the shelves.
it would. It would. Now, one thing I will say what Sony is probably doing, and I'll play devil's advocate. You can look this up too, people. There is still Microsoft working on a first party, homemade, Xbox engineered handheld. They put it off for a minute for the ROG Xbox Ally X, but they are still working on that in house. They're going to perfect it themselves. Sony put out, I think it's over 80% PlayStation first party games are bought digitally.
Mm-hmm.
There's talks that the next system will be digital only, and you can buy a drive separately because they make more money off digital. There's
Yeah.
none of the cost with the physical, which is bullshit. We're not gonna get into that. But the reason why I'm bringing this up because if they make the handheld, if handhelds being so hot now because of the Switch, your PS4 6 library will be digital. I promise you, they will not go down that path of proprietary technology as they did like with the Vita cartridges or any of that. How Nintendo does cartridges, it'll probably be a digital only system, and Since everyone buys majority stuff digital, like, yo, what would you have a problem with it? All your games come with you, upstairs to downstairs now. That's how they'll sink people in, and of course the accessories and etc.
Ooh, wait, Jesus.
I know
Yeah.
it's so much,
It's,
so much to take in.
it's just getting real grimy outside. Like you can't. I just don't have no faith that none of these companies are gonna do
Nope.
any favors for the consumer going forward. I mean, they're not doing any
Nope.
now. So hey, definitely comment and let us know how you feel and what you think about this topic. Is gaming only for the rich? Is gaming a very expensive hobby now for you and I mean anybody in today? Let us know what you think and how you feel in the comments down below. A new Xbox Game Pass tier just got leaked. Interesting. And this could change how you pay for your games. We're talking new pricing, possible feature changes, and maybe even a shift in what games you get. And not everyone is going to like it because Game Pass has always been known as the best deal in gaming, quote unquote. But if this leak is real, that value might be starting to look very different. So the real question is Xbox making Game Pass better or quietly making it more expensive? All right, so let's get in the leak. So apparently there was this code name found through backend and data mining of the game Xbox Game Pass. The main idea for this new tier is a cheaper subscription tier, but limited to only first-party Xbox games. So that means like your Halo, your Forza, your Doom, your Fallout, etc. So no third-party games will be accessible through this tier. So pay less, but get a smaller Microsoft-only library, basically at the end of the day. And some titles that was tied to the tier was Doom Eternal, Fallout 4, Fallout 76, Halo 5, Gear 5, Dishonored 2, all the Xbox and Bethesda own titles. Likely cheaper than the Ultimate, which is $30. Could land around 15 to 20. That's the speculation that's going on online right now. So why is Xbox doing this? Let's just be honest. It's hard time in gaming. Like we just said in the other video, gaming is expensive, is very becoming a hobby that's only for the more wealthy, not middle class friendly. So this actually makes a lot of sense, but this could also backfire. There's too many goddamn tiers with Game Pass now. It's very confusing. There's essential, there's premium, there's ultimate. It's already too many of them. Then you add this in, so it's kind of convoluting the market that is Game Pass. But this strategy shift, games going multi-platform, they're focus on service over hardware. That's kind of being revamped a little bit. So maybe people did want the new CEO to adjust the Game Pass pricing, just look at the value of it, gives, they actually wanted her just to lower the price. I never believed that was going to happen. But, maybe this could meet people in the middle, compromise. Also, some other speculation, this is just rumor. This tier could include older first-party catalog focus, but I don't know. We just talked about Xbox backwards compatibility come up, so it's not, okay, whatever. Possible ad support for cheaper versions, so it's gonna be very ad focused. So do with that what you must. But this is a big deal. Like this is especially as we said, gaming is just so expensive. $30 a month. A lot of people cancel their subscription for Game Pass because they just couldn't afford it. It didn't pencil out anymore. So the big debate is Xbox doing this to be another consumer friendly, cheaper option and give them, some winning points with the fan base, bring some people back, get people rejuvenating the Xbox brand, or is this new tier just going to fragment the Game Pass tiers, makes it more confusing and end up costing people more money in the end? Because how many Microsoft first party titles is really out there on the market? But Infamous, what do you think about all the rumors, all these things that they're trying to do to make a more quote unquote affordable Game Pass tier?
I'll say this: if she can pull this off, hey, round of applause for her to come in.
I didn't know you was gonna go to
To
it.
come
It
in
could have went 50-50.
to come in and make such a drastic shift like that, when you see your consumer base hurting in a sense, and you're like, hey, we're gonna trim the fat. Well, they've already done that on staff wise, but hey, we're gonna trim the fat and we're gonna save you all some money. If this turns out to be true, I can see first party only thing, because they used to talk about this with Phil Spencer and getting Game Pass on Nintendo and PlayStation platform. And they used to say it will be a highly curated, probably just first party only games, not the third party stuff. So, of course, that never came to fruition. Why not do it for yourself to cut costs? And especially for your hardcore fans, will sit there and love to play the shit out of Gears, Doom, all of this, and be like, hey, especially the kids, the kids who sit up there and play Minecraft all goddamn day long, and everything a little bit up. They if they come out swinging, they come out and be like, yo, $15. And like you said, oh, it's an ad thing. All right, you boot the game up. Hey, before the game fully loads in, you got 3 30-second ads. Hey, that sounds like a good deal. That is a fair compromise. They are making money from the business for the ads, and they're gonna make money from the consumer. Right now, Microsoft is kind of closing in. They're trying to hone in on the audience they already have, and I applaud them that, because I believe Phil Spencer and that Sarah Bond lady, they lost the sight of Xbox, ignored the current fan base today to chase the fan base up tomorrow. And in doing so, you pushed away too many of the current. So they're trying to just bring them on in like, hey, we aren't thinking about you. Come on home. You know, not too fast. Not too fast. I got to ease your trust. But I can see this. Now, the thing is this true, or was it just fluff? Because as the new CEO has came in, so far she's just talked. That's all she's done. She's just show me. You pull this off, or the fanboys will be shouting from the hills, they love us. You see what Xbox does and PlayStation don't? I can see that. And then I'm gonna give my own piece. I would love to see this, because this will probably light a fire under Sony's ass, and they will probably rethink to revitalize PlayStation Plus. Competition works out for the consumer. It keeps these companies in fucking line. If Microsoft fights back just enough for a motherfucker to be like, oh, look what they're doing. Why don't you do that, PlayStation? They're like, okay, we'll look at. They'll probably try to revigorize PlayStation Plus. Be like, all right, you get these a dumbed down version. You won't get the monthly games and the extra whatnot that, but we'll get you. It'll be a highly curated catalog, probably of old PlayStation shit, same as well. And that will help out, because Plus went up just as well as Game Pass did. I would actually like to see this. This will work out great for my kids. So, but like I said, we're in the show me phase now with Xbox. These two CEOs have been gone. The new chick steps in. You're talking that shit, girl. Show me that shit now. You know, show me that shit. And then I like to ask you, if they made such a radical change on Game Pass, would that bring you back to Xbox, in a sense, to turn your Xbox on? Would you take that Game Pass to be like, hey, just for first party stuff? Because we saw early in the year they had that developer direct. They had all them games come out last year. Would that entice you, or you're just like, yeah?
No. And I'm gonna put a look. Listen, I'm saying no, but I'm gonna put an asterisk on it, because I am firm on Xbox gotta show me. It's put up or shut up. I think I said this. No, I said this in our group chat. I'm like, listen, Xbox is teetering on the verge of fucking, like, they're gonna pull through this multi-generation fuck up that was, that whole E3 announcement, that it's just been a downward spiral, or they're just gonna go away and Microsoft is just gonna pull the fucking plug. Because I've said in past videos, Microsoft is looking at the books of Xbox like, no longer we're gonna allow you to blow all this fucking money after we bought them studios well over market value. So I'm gonna say no, with the asterisk that if Xbox actually started making some exclusives first, Xbox party games that are worth my time, then I would, I have the right to change my answer on, the delivery of a new product that will be, first party Xbox game. But like, Fallout 76, absolutely not. No, we'll see how the new E-Day gears come out, So I'm gonna say no just because off what's available right now. But Xbox has some things potentially in the pipeline and some confirmed things in the pipeline. Once I see how that is, I'll put an asterisk that I'll change my answer upon review of that. Xbox not getting none of my money. They gonna have to prove to me that they deserve my money. And I'm not gonna lie though, this affordable tier I think is good, like you said, and also the talks of backwards compatibility. They're gonna add new titles to that. I think this combination, I mean, it sounds great. But let's see. Let's see. Let's not get, let's not, what's the phrase? Let's not count our goose before we get them. Like, let the motherfuckers pop up before we get real excited. Like, but it sounds good. I like it. Affordability, value. We preach that on this platform, in this channel. So I'm all for this. If Xbox really, this was in some coding, so let's see if they actually, do anything with this. Sometimes there's stuff written in code that never comes to fruition. It's just an idea, something they test out, focus groups, some things never hit market. But let's wait and see. But I'm down for it. I round of applause. I'm like, let's see if this new CEO, like you said, is not just gonna get the people going with all these buzzwords that everybody wants to hear. Let's see if she actually delivers. Cause if Xbox continues on this downward spiral, the next generation could be, in my opinion, the last generation of Xbox. I'm gonna be dramatic and say that Microsoft is just looking at the books. It's just no. How much the Xbox brand has been losing Microsoft? No, they're not going to continue to do that. That's why they fired Phil Spencer and Sarah Bond, because they said, nope, we're not going to continue this. So we'll have to wait and see, but definitely let us know in the comments down below what you think, how you feel. Would you welcome this new, more affordable Game Pass tier? Will this bring you back, especially if you're one of the people that cancel your subscription upon the price increase? Definitely let us know in the comments down below. All right, PlayStation fans, it looks like a new state of play might be happening very soon, and the rumors are starting to heat up. We're talking about potential game reveals, updates on some of the biggest upcoming titles, and maybe even a few surprises that Sony's been holding back on. And every time these leaks start popping up, it usually means one thing: something is about to be announced. So now the real question is this state of play about to deliver? Or are fans setting themselves up for disappointment again? I have a few lists of things that could be announced, could be talked about, and let's jump first. Definitely, I think Marvel's Wolverine is going to be, I think we're going to get a gameplay trailer, definitely more footage on that. That's one of PlayStation's biggest first party titles that's going to be released. It's coming out at it's pretty soon. It's not at the tail end of the year. So I think Marvel's Wolverine will definitely be part of the showcase. This showcase will probably be third party heavy. That could be disappointing to some, but I think, good game is a good game at the end of the day. Next, I think Assassin's Creed Black Flag remake, resync, whatever the fuck that shit's called, will be a part of this. This has been rumored to be announced for so long. We've talked about it multiple times on this channel. So I think that could be part of the state of play. Metro 4 could be a surprise announcement. There's speculation that Naughty Dog's new IP, Intergalactic, whatever that's called, could be announced, but that's a long shot. Don't really hang your hat up on that. Maybe some God of War content, the remakes. Maybe we'll get some little snippet, but that's a long shot too. Soros is definitely coming out towards the end of this month, so we could get more gameplay, more details, more background on that game. Pragmata could be part part of this. I think Hades 2 could show up in the state of play since consoles is releasing on console, and it was I think it was a game of the year nomination game. So I think that would be part of it too. I mean, there's a lot of things that could happen, but these are some things that, yeah, I can really see happening. But what do you think about this state of play coming up very, very soon, being rumored, all these potential titles that people are talking about in Twitter land? Because I feel like we just had another state of play or some type of PlayStation thing not too long ago. So they are really like this year making sure or the community of gamers know what's coming out and what they have coming in the pipeline. So what do you think about all the rumors and stuff about this?
Well, I definitely believe it will probably be the best time, maybe place to start gearing up showing Wolverine. And the only reason I say that is because we already got the announcement when it comes out.
Yeah, that was it, September.
Possibly a good enough distance away from GTA, but I'm gonna say this: why I believe that GTA has let it be known, and it's came out of their mouths. The marketing machine for GTA 6 will start in June. Will
Yeah.
start in the summer. So if you're gonna sell the game before GTA, excuse me, you need to market the game before GTA's marketing. GTA's marketing starts, no one's gonna care about any fucking thing besides the
Yeah.
trailers, what they see, breakdown. Me personally, besides Wolverine, I think it probably will be more third party esque heavy. Xbox recently did have a partner showcase. This is probably PlayStation saying, "Hey, we got the meats too. We got the games. We got some shit coming," and I'm pretty sure a majority of it will be games we probably already seen and probably more emphasized, more explained, shown off more, like the next Kena game, the sequel to Bridge of Spirits. I can't remember what the subtitle was called. Games that probably show off that they probably have some type of deal with. I wouldn't be surprised if maybe an update on the sequel to Black Myth Wukong
Mm.
or any other possible third party thing or temporary time exclusive that they call it that they have going on. And then there was also rumors too that I saw floating around on Twitter and a couple of videos I saw that supposedly the Assassin's Creed Resynced remake is supposed to be announced or brought up soon, and that the PlayStation State of Play will be where it will be done. That would garner a shit ton of attention because not only does Ubisoft need a win right now, but that is most beloved Assassin's Creed game outside of the Ezio trilogy. So that would really, really push, the narrative for a W for Ubisoft. Then I'm pretty sure 9 times out of 10, there'll be some type of exclusive mission, armor, something that PlayStation will give that you won't get on PC or Xbox, the typical shit that they do. But as far as just first party goes, with the Wolverine, you already spoke on Soros and the possibility of third, I can't really think of anything. Like I said, this will have to be something. I think it'll be more of a look at things we've seen and with a sprinkle of possibly new things. Like, what more
Mhm.
could they show? We already know about Phantom Blade. That has a day and date. Saros is close to coming out. Wolverine, that has a day and date. You can show more depth into it, what will be going on, maybe actual gameplay and not just little snippets and in-engine cutscenes, but I can't see what more could they do. It's kind of early with April going on. You would think the biggest things they would show off, announce will be during the June-ish E3-esque era, which are IGN
Mm.
Summerfest. The Jeff Keighley dude does whatever the fuck that he does, and of course Gamescom in August. So I don't see this being a big hoo-ha. This is more of a hey, we're still gonna, here's a little snack. We want you to hold
Mhm.
off. We're gonna
Mhm.
give you something to believe in, but just hold on, buddy.
Yeah,
Here's another
dinner's
cracker.
coming.
Yeah, dinner's coming. But just hold tight. But in that same breath, I would not mind seeing some games more in depth. And I have to admit, as much as I hate roguelikes, like I truly honestly do, that Cyros game does look nice.
Yeah.
I am a
Yeah, yeah.
lover and a sucker for third person games, and the moment they showed it off, I already knew, like, oh, House Money. I was like, oh fuck, it's a sequel to Returnal. I don't give a shit. The first thing that came out their mouths was, hey, we fucked up the first game. We got more persistent and permanent unlocks, more quality of life things. And I'm like,
They did
oh,
not say they fucked up the first game. That is
yeah,
not what they said.
They said it in so many words. Don't you lie, okay? Don't you ruin my dream. They said it in so many words, okay? But I
Jesus.
was like, oh, okay, this is cool. And then, I'm not gonna lie too. The guy who the character is based off, the guy they used to model the character after, he played in a show called I Zombie. I don't know if anyone ever seen that, but I was a show. It's a show on Netflix, and I enjoyed it. He's done a few other roles, and I like him. I was like, oh, okay. Now, if I'm just gonna tell you right here, it's not a day one purchase.
Oh,
We don't. The economy right
absolutely
now,
not.
the economy we live in right now, nothing is a fucking day one purchase.
Sell,
Nothing.
sell,
But
sell,
it
sell.
was absolutely sell, sell, sell. But I would like to see more of it. Even the Wolverine, I would love to see how they're going to tackle this compared to the original game,
Mm-hmm.
because he has the healing factor, but you don't want to make him invincible. At the same time, you need to still make it challenging and somewhat fun. And I would really hope they went to ground zero with Wolverine. I do not want to see any remnants or pieces of the Spider-Man games in this.
Ugh.
Wolverine
Ugh.
does not move nowhere agile, flipping, or any of this shit that a Spider-Man does.
It
He's
better not be a
grunt, he
million
curses, he
fucking
smokes.
combos.
Yeah, it better not, and it don't need to be an open world game. That's what I really fucking hope it's not. It needs to be staged level by level. It could be an enclosed, where it's kind of like how Borderlands has a little different mini worlds for you to travel back and forth between. Something like that. But it don't need to be open world. We are really pushing the limits on fucking everything being open world. It could be a linear fucking game. It could be a nice linear game, start to finish, some upgrades. We all know in 3 months' time there'll be a new game plus to come up later and some weird ass DLC that they'll throw out to make you come back. They're gonna piecemeal his suits. I guarantee you they will piecemeal them suits, whether it be in the season pass or separately, because they showed off, I think, the yellow one, but
Yeah, yeah.
shit from like the old movies, comic books, yeah, $2, $3. You get this, you pre-order it. I promise you they'll be there. But hey, I would love to see it. I am a Wolverine fan. I'll go and admit that. It was sad, the Logan story, that really touched me. I do like it. I would like to see a deep dive. I like to see a deep dive on all what's currently going on, but still at the same time, I reiterate, what more can you show us from what we already know? That's why I say, agree with you. It'll probably be more third party focused. This crossed my mind as I wrap this up, and PlayStation will probably be a good place for this. They pay a lot of money for all this third party shit. We might even give it a glimpse or maybe more info on that Witcher 3 DLC that's supposed to
Oh,
bridge
yeah.
the gap from 3 to
Yeah.
4. This will be the place. But then again, is that too big? Should that be something held out for the summer? We'll wait and see. But hey, let's wait and see.
Yeah, Beast of Reincarnation probably will be at it now that I think about it.
Oh yeah, I totally forgot about that.
Yeah. But I also wanna, before we move on, I wanna say this. It's been a horrific 2 weeks for Sony with this goddamn PS5 Pro increasing, the base model PlayStation increasing. So they really need, a lot of people are fucking disgruntled. The fucking Xbox fanatics are fucking laughing at Sony fans right now saying, how you motherfuckers got $1,000 console for what? So I will say this, Sony needs to do something to make people feel better and okay, and they better, listen, they need to come with something to distract people from that $1,000 console they just priced out at people and basically priced out the casual gamer. So yeah, they need to show us something to make some of us feel better about the situation that we're currently in with $1,000 PlayStation console on the market. But you know how this works. Let us know what you think, how you feel. What do you think will be announced? What do you think they'll cover in the state of play in the comments down below? All right. Xbox fans might have just done something crazy. They built the perfect backwards compatibility wish list. After all the talk about Xbox bringing classic games back, we went straight to the comments and y'all did not disappoint. We're talking about forgotten classic fan favorite gems and games people have been begging to play again for years. And honestly, some of these picks were so good, it makes you wonder, why aren't these already playable on Xbox right now? So today, we're breaking down the games you said need to come back, and let's see if Xbox is actually listen to any of this feedback that we're getting. First up, all the Sims 1 through 3 and busting out. I'm a simmer. I'ma say fucking
Hell yeah.
yes. Guitar Hero and Rock Band. I'ma say yes.
I say yeah.
Wolfenstein, I'ma say say yes. I never played it because I just know the Wolfenstein franchise is a big deal.
I never heard of it, but I do fuck with the Wolfenstein series, so I'll go with yeah.
Next up, Freedom Fighters. Have no idea
Hell yeah.
what what this is, but just
Hell
from
yeah.
it,
That's crazy. You don't know this game. Hell
no,
yeah.
but listen, I'm gonna say for the culture, just because I see in the cover it says from the makers of Hitman 2, I'm gonna just say yeah off the cuff of that. Left 4 Dead. Listen, this was a big fucking deal back then, and if they brought this back, this is a must fucking have. So yes for me.
Yeah, I agree. Bring that back.
Next up, Tony Hawk's Undergrounds 1 and 2. Now, I'm gonna just be honest. I never played the Tony Hawk's games, but I will say yes, just for the just for the culture.
I didn't play these, so I can pass on it.
Look, but made by Activision.
Oh,
Key name.
Enzu.
Senzu. Yeah, I have no idea about this Batman, so I don't know. I'm good, but I can definitely understand Batman titles are normally a big fucking deal when Batman games. But I'm gonna leave this up to the fans.
I remember this game, but I really can't put my finger on it whether I enjoyed it or not. So this is up for you guys. This is a toss.
All Harry Potter games. And let me just say that Harry Potter, The Chambers of Secrets, chef fucking kiss. Now it kind of went off the rails. Colbert of Fire, that one was not good. But the earlier ones, them were some fucking good fucking games. So I'm gonna say hell fucking yes, the earlier ones. So yes.
I gotta be honest. I've never played none of these games.
Yeah. Next up, Robotech Battlecry. I ain't gonna lie, I don't know what the fuck this is, but it looks like you play Gundam, so I'm gonna fucking say yes.
I'm also a lover of mechs, and we both love Gundam, so hell yeah.
Next up is Lord of the Rings Conquest and Lord of the Rings War in the North. Never played them. So
yes, I'm a huge
okay.
Lord of the Fans fan. Love these games. Lord of the Rings Conquest. But I do know people loved it for the dual campaigns, and it had a online to it. This was back during the era when they used to slap online to every fucking game. But people loved this. Running around as an orc fucking up people, playing as the elves or whoever side you picked. I loved it. And it's sad that if you pick this up like for 360 or PS3, you can't relive that because of course the servers are dead and gone. The publisher EA closed. So yeah, if you didn't get in on this, them to bring this back, that would be amazing.
Scarface, The War is Yours. Now this is one of those titles I'm embarrassed about. I didn't play, but I'm gonna say fuck yes because I know how fucking great this game was.
Hell, they ported this to the Wii. A lot of people do not know that. That fucking family-friendly motion sensor secret way to get Americans to work out, lose weight console had Scarface. Yes.
The Incredible Hulk Ultimate Destruction. I never played this, never even knew this was a thing.
Yeah.
But I must fucking say yes because I am a fan of Hulk. So
yes, absolutely.
See, you see a common thread that Infamous played all these fucking Xbox original games where I did not. Next up, Marvel Ultimate Alliance. Okay, I'll go ahead and say yes for this.
They would really need to updo the graphics because the PS4, whatever the fuck you want to call it, it ain't the greatest. It is the cheapest, laziest port job. I don't think nothing is up-res, but if they do this right, and then once again, this is an Activision thing, and that's owned by Microsoft, so hey, come on with it.
This should be easy.
Come on with it.
Deadpool. I didn't even know they made a Deadpool game back in the day, so I'm gonna just say yes.
I didn't play it. I'm just gonna say yeah.
Yeah, and this is another Activision, so it should be easy. Transformer games in the Transformer Fall of Cybertron. I'm gonna say fucking yes. I did not play this one on the 360.
Oh god.
Oh shit, where was I at in life when this came out?
I do not know because I played this and I fucking loved it.
Damn, I meant to say this at the beginning of the video, but you'll see a common thread where, you know, in our original video, I was kind of like not really caring about this, and I was like, well, if I missed it, I missed it. But some of these are so fucking good, and I didn't even realize they came out, and I had no fucking awareness that some of these games were made. I was like, man, I'm saying yes more frequently than I originally thought I would. So it just proves when the community says hold my beer, bitch, you gonna put some respect on some of these games' name. SSX Tricky. Yeah, I remember this in the arcade like setting. I don't think I would play this on a console. I'm cool. Midnight Club games. Listen, it's gonna be a common thread. I'ma say yes to all fucking racing games because even when the story wasn't good, it just felt fucking great racing back in the day. And I don't know why. I have such a positive memory of all these racing games back in the day. They were just fucking great. I don't know what it was, but I'm fucking saying yes to all Midnight Club games. And I didn't even remember that Midnight Club was made by Rockstar. Like, so we'll probably never get, but I'm saying hell yes to all Midnight Club games.
I'm saying yes as well.
And this was actually the most requested game in the comments was the Simpsons hit and run. And they also was a few entries about the Simpson Road, which I'm fucking saying hell yes to fucking hit and run. It's an auto fucking matic.
I'm gonna make this real quick. I'm gonna say hell yes to both, but there's a real common thread going on with a lot of these fucking games. That majority are either Activision or EA. So this should not be a problem for them. Now, Hit and Run, it says Vivendi. I don't know what the status of that place is, but this should be a no-brainer for Microsoft. But hell yes to both. Simpsons Hit and Run, they used to call it Grand Theft Auto, OTTO for and just oh my god, unlocking all the vehicles, the coins, good times.
Afterburner Climax. Now, I don't know what this is, so I'm gonna leave this up to the community. I don't know.
I don't know what the hell it is. I ain't never heard of it. I'm just gonna say no.
Outrun 2. I'm gonna just say yes because it's racing. And back then, all racing games were fucking great.
That's crazy. I've never heard of this. I'm gonna check
It's
this
a
out.
Ferrari.
I say yeah because, like we said, there's no racing games now.
Burnout 3 Takedown. Like I said, I'm saying yes to all racing games, so this is a yes for me.
Oh, the Burnout game. Oh, I missed them. Hell yes to all of them.
Every Spider-Man game. Now, I'm gonna just tell you, I never played Shattered Dimensions or the Web of Shadows, but I played everything. Yeah, this is like the only real Spider-Man games that I'm gonna get behind. I'm gonna be honest, because I do not like the modern Spider-Man. So these are pretty much all yeses for me.
So I'm gonna say yeah.
All right, next up, someone said all the old Lego games. I'm gonna be honest, I've never played a Lego game, but I know a lot of these earlier Lego games back in the day were really, really coveted. So I'm gonna just say yes for the culture.
So I'm just gonna say I'll leave it up to the fans.
Scooby-Doo, Knights of 100 Frights. Like, listen, I was raised off Scooby-Doo, so I'm gonna just say yes, based on that.
I could pass on it.
Need for Speed Underground 1 and 2 in Most Wanted. Listen, and I never played the first Underground Need for Speed, so I'm gonna fucking say hell fucking yes to all of this.
I back that up.
007 Legends. I don't know what never played it, never knew this was a thing, but it's made by Activision, so I'm gonna go ahead and say yeah, because this should be an easy phone call.
I do not know what this game is.
Me either.
I'm totally lost for this. It's got him on the cover. It's got a dude from another movie. Got this very bad rendition of Aston Martin.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer game. Now I'm gonna just say I was too young when the show was going, so I don't understand the fanaticness of Buffy. So I'm gonna say I'm good.
I'm gonna say no, even though I watched the show and then I watched the movie.
Oh my god, there was a
I did not know there was a fucking game. I'm gonna say no because this was an era when they used to just make shit. They used to just make games off of any fucking thing. It'd be terrible. You know, I could be wrong.
NBA Street Volume 2. Listen, there's gonna be a common thread for going forward. I'm gonna say yes to all fucking sports games because this is when sports games were fucking great and worth every penny back then too.
Yes.
NBA Ballers, another fuck yes, automatic must have. They need to make this happen.
I didn't play it.
You didn't play Ballers?
I didn't play that one outright. No,
God.
I played NBA Street. I didn't play this one.
Bruce Lee, Quest of the Dragon. I never even knew this was a thing. I'm gonna go ahead and say yes because just for the culture of Bruce Lee. Yeah,
but would I like to see it? Sure. I love Bruce Lee.
Superman and Man of Steel. Didn't even know this was a game. I've honestly never played a Superman game. I think I'm cool.
I'm be honest, it's a hell no.
Enter the Matrix and Matrix Path of Neo. Now, like I said, this was on the original Xbox, so I never played it. I always saw other people playing it. Yes, because I always wanted to play them, but I never had an Xbox when these games.
To hell yes for me. Putting in them codes to be beating up them dudes' asses. Woo!
The Godfather 1 and 2. Being honest, I never played them, so I'm gonna say fucking yes, because I heard these were really good games back then.
You didn't play The Godfather. You didn't play Scarface. Oh my god. So it's a fuck yes. I'm gonna split the difference. It's a yes for Godfather 1. It's a no for Godfather 2.
But Bakugan?
No.
This is based on Bakugan Ballers anime. I do remember watching it when I was younger, but I can't even tell you anything about the story, so I'm gonna say I'm good. But obviously, if you're probably a fan of the anime, I can understand why this is a must have for you. But
I can
yeah,
pass.
Fatal Frame 1 and 2. Don't know nothing about none of this, but this look very like a horror, so I'm gonna go ahead and say it.
What? You don't know about? Oh my god. Okay. All right.
This
Quick
is
history
original
time. These
Xbox.
table, yeah. Oh, okay. So all right, right, all right. I get that. Right, I forgot. These games show how fucked up the Japanese are. I don't mean to say it like that, but that's what it is. These were some straight crazy, fucked up horror games. You talking about like, yo, you play this during the daytime with the window open and the light shining to make sure you are not caught off guard. But yeah, I am down for it though. Classic horror.
The Suffering. Don't know what this is, but the cover art looks cool, so I'm
Yes,
gonna say yes.
yes, yes. This is another fucked up old school demonic horror. There's a reason why games like this and Manhunt are not made anymore. You could not make this in today's climate.
Condemn 1 and 2. I don't know what this is, but it looks like horror again, so I'm gonna say yes.
I say yes.
X-Men Origins Wolverine and X-Men Legends. Never played Legends, but I did play Origins, so I'm gonna say yes.
I say yes to both.
Marvel Nemesis Rise of Imperfect. I don't know what
One
this is.
perfect.
Sure, why not? I'll throw you a bone.
I'm gonna say yes.
Dynasty Warriors 3 and 5. Now I'm gonna tell you right now, I never played these
Nope.
because, like I said, this is on the
Nope.
original Xbox. I think I'll pass. Honestly, you might really have to tell me what made these special. But maybe these have some different things that we just didn't know about.
Yeah, I'm good. Torah.
This is. I think they have a updated thing on coming out on the Switch. Dinosaurs seems very Jurassic Parky to me. I think I'm good though.
I'll take it. It's a classic.
Area 51. Now, I never played this, but I did hear a lot about Area 51. Not all of it was positive, but it was just enough to make
Yeah.
me intrigued. So I'm going to say yes.
I'm gonna say yeah because I did play this. I do remember it, and I know I was playing it a couple months ago, and I was like, "Man, look how far we have come." But
E.T. phone home. Magna Carta 2. I don't know what the fuck this is. But it looks hey, the art style. Listen, this was back then where cover art could sway you into buying a game. So I'm gonna go ahead and just say yeah off the cover art.
yeah, hey, you ain't lying. 'Cause the way the cover looks, that is not how the fucking game looks.
Ah,
Not at
god
all.
damn.
It is high in value physically. I'm down
Yeah,
for it.
Jet Set Radio Future. Now I gotta say I don't know what the fuck this is. But this was in the comments a lot, so I guess I'll just go say yes for the culture.
I'm gonna say no. I know what the fuck this game is, and I don't know why people love it so much. I've never fucking understood. It is a no. What's people obsession? It's a no. It's a hard no. Infamous, it's just not for you. But you all
Yeah,
love it so much. Hey, I support you all. If it's what
yeah,
the people want, let them eat. Genma Onimusha.
yeah. I have no idea what this is, so I'm cool.
I say yes, but I also say no. But I would like to see it. They are a very, very different time period game. These type of games are not made anymore.
Sonic Riders. Now I feel like this was another one of those arcade games, but I'm gonna say I'm cool.
I could pass.
Crash Bandicoot: The Wrath of Cortex. I'm gonna say yes. I remember this game or this franchise being a big deal.
I say yes as well because I enjoyed Crash Bandicoot. This was I'm for the messiness. This is when those commercials of that Bandicoot being outside Nintendo Tumbo.
Oh my
Nintendo
god.
don't like it does.
Backbreak. I'm gonna say yes, but I'm gonna say yes to all sports games because that's when they really tried back then with sports games. So the NHL games, the old Madness, the old NASCARs, more yeses across the board.
I'm saying no. I don't do sports games.
Naughty Bear. I have no idea what this is,
Hell
but
yeah.
this
Hell
looks
yeah.
like
What?
pure fucking chaos with a fucking bear. It's a fuck yeah for me.
Yes. But you played as this fucking little bear, Naughty Bear, who just so happened to be brown. And like the other bears would leave him out of their little shenanigans and party stuff. He just got pissed off, like, yo, why the fuck do I not ever get invited? And you had to think of creative ways of how you killed them throughout the levels.
Oh
And
my
it was fucking
god.
hilarious.
That escalated very
Yes.
quickly. Jesus. Fuck
Yes,
yeah.
like
That
you would
sounds
sneak
great.
up out. You would sneak up to like a party in a bush with that machete, and you'll catch them off guard and stab them and put their stuff in that. It was just oh god, and oh my god,
See, they don't make
it's
games like
hilarious.
that no more. Deadlock. I don't know what this is. It looks like it
I ain't
was
never heard of this
offered
shit.
in arcade of Xbox, but
It
I'm
looks
gonna
like an
say,
arcade game.
yeah, looking at the visuals, this looks like the building blocks of fucking Fortnite. I don't know if it's just similar art style or what, but sure. I mean, if this is what the culture wants, sure, why not? Shit.
I could pass. I never heard of it.
That is all the games that were listed in the comments below. Want to thank again the community for listing out some of these titles because I really wasn't that big on the thought of backwards compatibility. I was kind of like downplaying, not giving it the flowers it probably should have rightfully deserved because y'all listed out some fucking gems, some fucking cult classics, and just pure fucking nostalgia, like at its finest. So thank you for listing out some of these titles. Shout out to the fans and everybody on the YouTube community that posted on the video. Definitely let us know what you thought, what you think of our take of yay or nay, and let us know in the comments down below.
And that's it for this video of Are You Not Entertained podcast. Thanks for hanging out with us. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell so you'll never miss our next hot take. Until next time, Are You Not Entertained?